to Primetime. We're here with another dosage of action here in IPW as week 2 of the new era begins. I'm of course your host with the absolute most, Scissor 33, ready to kick us off with our opening bout of the evening. So strap on in as we head to said matchup. Well, it seems the Empress of Tomorrow is kicking off tonight's episode of Primetime. She looks to be ready.
Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
But is her opponent, as the Empress of Tomorrow, composed, cocky as ever, obviously representing Damage Control here tonight. As we know, one of her fellow Damage Control members is a champion here in IPW, Dakota Kai. So clearly, the women's division, a lot of friends, a lot of foes. Who's Asuka drawn as her opponent tonight? She looks ready to go. There's a lot at stake here with Crush closing in prominently. It appears Asuka's picking up the mic. She's calling someone out to come challenge her. Who's going to accept this call to the back? I'm intrigued to see who it may be. This is certainly a name. Some may say.
From Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green!
Some may say this woman is a hot mess. But current WWE United States Champion Chelsea Green draws the duties of facing Asuka here and accepting her open challenge. I'm also slightly disappointed with Mike Rome's attempt at announcing her. It's Chelsea Green. Oh god, I hate that myself, but regardless, Chelsea Green out here tonight to compete. Really expecting fast-paced action. I was not expecting that chant from the crowd, but regardless, we're underway with our opening bout of the evening. Our primetime action starting up with some chain grappling. Green fights out the hold, wraps around into the German suplex position, actually suffocating, tearing at the ribs of Asuka from here. Asuka fights out, takes the back of Chelsea Green once more. Green, nice arm drag down into the side headlock. She's applying the pressure here, trapping Asuka and actually wrenching down on it. Asuka, obviously a very technical wrestler, solid in the ground game, but it appears in the early goings, Chelsea Green took advantage, but Asuka looking to make a play with this roll-up. Either woman giving an edge in the early goings, it seemed, as Asuka now, after kind of losing that chain grappling match on the back end of punishing Green. Ooh, loud slam there as Asuka Round the ropes into a nice drop kick. On point with that, and then the knee hitting the temple of Green. It's a precision shot to the face as a missile dropkick connects as well. I think Asuka's game in this open challenge is to punish and bust open her opponent. It's Green actually doing well here. Side Russian leg sweep. Taking the offense now on the outside as a Rough Rider comes through from the US champion. Asuka with the nice back fist. Our referee tonight, Jill, up to an 8 count. Green laid out on the floor. She's slow to her feet. Gets in before a 10 count can happen and actually trying to steal the win here. But Asuka, too savvy. But Green and Asuka beginning a trade in the middle of the ring. Obviously, these two women, I'd say, realistically speaking, striking game will favor Asuka. Green, the slightly taller, larger reach, able to deliver a bit more in terms of the power in these shots, especially when she delivers punches. But Asuka, as I said, aiming to bust open Green, and appears to have done so. Neither woman backing down. Never mind. Chelsea Green decides to back down, calls for a timeout, but managed to trick Asuka. Fails to pick the leg. And that's going to somehow result in Green keeping on top of Asuka, playing mind games with the Empress of Tomorrow. And the Empress not expecting this offense as Green once more has Asuka snap suplex into the pin. Quick kick out by Asuka here. Green now working on the arms, possibly thinking I'm prettier in the near future. But she's up top, beckoning Asuka up, and a nice blockbuster on her challenger. Bear in mind, it was Asuka who issued this open challenge, and she's busted open now. Oh boy, oh howdy. Everyone is bleeding except the referee at this stage. Look at the face of Green. Blood on the cheek. A Rough Rider from the top rope. Could this be the end of the Empress? Visible frustration on the face of Green, who yet again tries to get a pin out of pure frustration, it seems. And Asuka capitalizing. Fujiwara armbar locked in. Green, invisible pain, somehow staying alive. But I don't think it's through her own volition. Asuka opts to release the hold. And that is a bad place for Green to be. It's in the sights of Asuka. Especially an Empress of Tomorrow who's been on the back foot. She's a dangerous woman. And in this situation, she could potentially look to punish Green, who's now starting to showboat, pinning Asuka in the corner with her own boot, lifting her off the mat. And the Empress, a slight roll of the shoulder keeps her in this match. And Green somehow trying to keep it composed, realizing Asuka is a very difficult opponent. Missing with a punch, doesn't matter. Connects with the knee to the skull. Asuka could be in danger of losing. This open challenge could be an open nightmare as Chelsea sets her up for the unprettier. This is somehow not it. Asuka on pure instinct, kicking out, and Green looking to utilize her last-ditch strength and effort to put away the Empress tomorrow. You can see the bruises across the back of these two women. The strain on their bodies as another Rough Rider planting Asuka center of the ring, setting her up for the unpretty ball game.
Here is your winner, Chelsea Green.
Simple and rough. Two words that go very well with Chelsea's offense. Rough Riders aplenty. Ending Asuka. The open challenge falls short as the crowd gets shhed by Chelsea Green. It appears we've got the IPW television champion making her way to the ring with a new look, it seems.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Auckland, New Zealand, the undisputed women's television champion, Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai looking confident tonight for this matchup. Interesting get-up to say the least. Kai, champion for a reason. That confidence is warranted. And here tonight, I'm intrigued to see what she's doing. That music. Well, it's quite clear it's JC Jane, maybe, coming out here.
And her opponent from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
Well, that is certainly not JC Jane. It is the resolution holder, Mandy Rose, looking to fight Dakota Kai here on Primetime. This is definitely not what I expected to see here tonight. All things considered, Rose, an excellent showing at Turmoil, winning that 30-woman match. Tonight, she gets to take on one champion in Dakota Kai. Obviously, Kai's belt not on the line, but this is certainly a good tester for Rose, considering she holds the power to challenge at any time, any champion. Getting a non-title match against our television champ is a very worthwhile opportunity as we ready ourselves for our second bout of the evening and get ourselves underway. Kai looking to come out the gates fast, but caught immediately by Mandy Rose. Collar and elbow tie up here as Kai powering Rose into the opposite corner. Referee Jill getting in between the two women. A clean break, but Kai quickly forces Rose back in. As these two women have met before in NXT. Obviously down there at a similar time in their careers. Obviously, Rose moved on to new things as she lands the running knee. Her former finisher. Now, regular move, and that was such a nice springboard into Guri. It was just like a roundhouse kick, RVD-esque. Connecting to the face of Kai, but Kai unfazed by it. Quickly back on the attack, stomping at the arm, and now the leg of Rose. As I said before, Kai been our champion for a while. Obviously facing a Mandy Rose who, by the sounds of it, Toxic Attraction aren't a thing anymore. Obviously, we saw the bond of Fatal Attraction to begin 2K24's era of IPW, but Rose clearly may have stepped away from that. As she goes for a nice springboard moonsault. Certainly not the offense we typically see from her. Nice spear there, dropping Kai to the outside. But as I was saying, we typically have heard Rose be mentioned with Toxic Attraction. Perhaps she split up from the group with the resolution in hand. She knows that she is a threat to our current champion, Fallon Henley. Perhaps she's trying to scare the champ into maybe a potential unexpected challenge. As on the outside here, we turn our attention to the match. Superman punch missed there. Rose trying to catch Kai as Jill up to an 8 count. These two women quickly get back into the ring, but Rose trying to capture Kai on the income as Kai stomping away here. Rose in danger, but that music, the Prodigy looking to make her impact in this one, distracting the champ, and Rose is coming full guns a-blazing into Kai. And she takes the victory off of Roxanne Perez's distraction.
Here is your winner, Mandy Rose.
What a surprise, as Roxanne Perez certainly setting herself up potentially for a television championship match in the near future. That was interesting, to say the least, as we move into our third bout of the evening.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 426 pounds, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under.
Well, this is an unexpected duo here in IPW. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under. A new name in our tag team division, looking to compete. These two, similar cockiness, if not more than what we saw from Oscar. But these two can try to back up their arrogance as much as they can. They've got showman offense. Now really arrogant with how they handle their opponent. But tonight, they've drawn a difficult duo in their debut. Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, DIY, ready to roll here tonight.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 400 pounds, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
DIY been close on several occasions to getting a title shot here in IPW, but they've always seemed to come up short. Tonight, they're looking to put a stamp on the power rankings and climb into a potential title shot position. These two teams, I would say, aren't in the crowd's favor, but it's a matchup that needs to happen to set up for potential title challenges. Gargano off to the races early here against Austin Theory. And he's uncorking some strikes here. Theory trades back, takes the back, brings Gargano down to the mat. Nice Hurricane Rana from Gargano as he quickly starts to pick up the pace, especially with a springboard moonsault. Theory buys some space and some time as he realizes he can't let Gargano get rolling in the early goings. Goes for a roll-up here. This is a sort of maneuver A-Town Down Under may look for, is to steal victories against stronger opponents. On paper, you look at the merits that DIY have. Both former NXT World Champs, Tag Team Champs on several occasions. In fact, current Tag Team Champs on SmackDown. Actually, no, they're former now because the Street Profits won it. I tell a lie. But again, very recently Tag Champs. So they are a pedigreed team and a very solid unit. As Gargano and Ciampa tag in, our referee called for the tag a little bit early there, but who cares? Ciampa gets his first taste of action here and is looking to go for the quick win, especially with our referee slow to the count. It's going to make this match go a little longer. Nice chop there. Theory, Fisherman, neck breaker. Just dropping Ciampa on his knee. I'm surprised Theory hasn't begun to target the knee of Tommaso here. Obviously a prime target. Suffering substantial injuries to his left knee and leg back when he was in NXT. Obviously an entire feud was built off of that injury. And the hatred towards Ciampa began then, as Gargano, now legal, takes to the skies through the middle rope. And Austin Theory, I think, is going to be looking for a tag out as quick as possible if Johnny Wrestling allows him to. Waller getting involved and getting punished for it. Tag is good, and Ciampa's now in and looking to punish Austin Theory, that was such a vicious neck breaker. It was a spinning neck breaker on Theory's side. And he's lucky to still be in this match after that kick out at 2. Quick roll up here by Theory, trying to sneak the victory yet again. But Ciampa's a lot fresher and hasn't really had to exert too much out of his tank just yet. Super kick to the gut just sends him for a big time maneuver. Gargano quickly came in after the count had ended. And now Theory in a bit of a stronger position. I think he's going to wisely tag out here because he has received quite a bit of punishment in the early goings, and Waller is fresh. The issue is, in my mind, these frequent pins aren't that effective in terms of damaging the opponent. I get it's there to wear them down, but it gives Ciampa the opportunity to bring a bit of end of heartache. Big time planting of the face there to Theory, who's back legal, and I don't like this position he's in. And just to fight out the corner, goes for another roll-up. Gargano in trouble. Manages to kick out at 1, and these two men stare each other down. They realize neither man's willing to give up. In the corner here, Theory just needs to put his foot on the rope. Does so. Count gets broken. DIY now. Rolling for a meet in the middle. Theory in danger. Waller targeting the wrong man. He went for Gargano instead of Ciampa. I don't think that was the wisest of choices. The two men battle now on the outside. And Ciampa now left to pick apart Austin Theory. The beginning of the end could be happening here for A-Town Down Under. It's Waller marooned on the outside. And Ciampa wailing away at Theory in the ring. Theory manages to get a heel hook locked in here. Ciampa, we said about having a bad left leg. It's been worn down a little bit more here by Theory, who's busted dramatically open. And, well, this could be the beginning of the end. And meet in the middle once more. And Theory is out cold. Like normal, Waller watches on as his partner takes the fall. And DIY pick up a simple victory. Well, it seems Io Sky is coming to the ring with mic in hand. What has the genius of the sky got to say to us here tonight on Primetime? It seems she's calling someone out. It may be Cora Jade. We just saw the potential face of Jade, Io Sky, potentially setting up a match in the future against her. We'll have to wait and see how that one will pan out here on a future Primetime show. Well, it's about time we see Javon Evans. Last week on Primetime, he set himself a challenge to win by submission. And I think Trick Williams, he saw Javon trying to back out of this challenge from Sean Spears and tosses him into the ring. As you can see, the self-promo challenge exists, and these two lock up in the center of the ring. I do hope that disappears, because that is really annoying if it doesn't. Regardless, Javon taking it to Spears here. In the early going, springboard moonsault connecting. Off the corner, and Javon, he's sizing Spears up into the roundhouse, the spinning roundhouse, planting Spears. A 1 count off the effort. We'll have to see. Will Javon opt for a submission? Obviously, this is his debut match in IPW, alongside Sean Spears, who is also debuting, the chairman. Obviously, former champion in the business. Actually, no, he isn't a former champ. He's been close on many occasions, but never actually won a belt in his WWE or his AEW career. Obviously, the former Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. Spears adopted that new moniker of the chairman, cracking the skull of Cody Rhodes wide open with an unprotected chair shot. The moniker of the chairman was born, and he's rolled with it ever since, becoming a big star. And realistically, actually, I tell a lie, he is a champion. He is the North American champion in NXT. I forgot that that's where he currently is. I apologize for that. But yeah, the Spears, a lot more in terms of accolades. Obviously, Javon Evans, the former JD Malachi, former DPW world champion, taking it to Spears in this match. Obviously, a lot more aerial offense out from Javon Evans, because this boy is bouncy. Spears kind of dragged his head across Javon's there. Looked a bit weird with the hand. Springboard missing with the kind of guillotine leg drop, but hits the RKO. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out there by Spears. And you have to feel Javon. What is that? Whatever it was, it almost hit. It looked cool, but it was not good enough. And Spears is looking to capitalize with the C4. The explosion in the ring happens, and Spears close to victory. Over the top rope with I can't say it, Tope Concierto. And there you go, Spears, cocky, arrogant, costly maybe, as the roll through. Trying to steal the win here is Evans with the roll up. Pretty. Leaping from the second to the top into that spinning maneuver. It's not a submission win. but it is victory in his debut.
Here is your winner,
And considering he did not want this match in the beginning, Williams got involved and chucked him in the ring. Could we potentially be seeing Evans versus Trick Williams in the future? Well, this matchup was forced to happen thanks to Williams. And, well, perhaps he may be pushing Javon Evans. Who knows? Let's move into our next bout to see what's happening in the rest of our divisions. It's main event time. And it's time to get a Miami Heat. And Latino Heat, I should say.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
I've got American sports on my mind, this Latino Heat. Eddie Guerrero. I believe this is his IPW debut. Looking to get a massive win here. Bringing the heat. And honestly, a very confident style. It's certainly been a interesting show, bringing some of the bigger, like, cocky wrestlers into IPW. Guerrero, some may say he is cocky, others realistically see his style as strong and dominant as the IPW heavyweight champion.
From London, England, weighing in at 241 pounds, the undisputed world heavyweight champion, the Assassin
Will Ospreay, making his way to the ring for the first time since becoming champion. The new look heavyweight championship around his waist. Ospreay, confident in his walk to the ring. And he looks to want to execute his opponent with that taunt on the apron. Looks ready to go here. Obviously, last competing at Turmoil against Shawn Michaels in the main event of the show. Turmoil match was epic, and he looks ready to roll against Eddie Guerrero. Obviously, Latino Heat potentially looking to pick up an early win. Just gorging at the eyes with that submission. I'm surprised our referee did not stop it, as that was a coffin drop. Channeling his inner Darby Allendale was Ospreay. Goes for an early pin of his own. A claw into an Anaconda Vice, I believe. Both men opting for early submissions that look dirty as all hell. Now both opting to fight here on the outside. Ospreay begins to unload. Snap German suplex on the outside. Latino Heat facing the fire from an Ospreay. But it is a very even match in this early goings. Guerrero has a bit more control right now. Brings him back into the ring. As these two known for a bit more high-flying offense, but looking to stand and bang right now is both men, as the crowd erupting as these chops are traded. The chest, the welts appearing across each of the breasts of these men. It's only going to get worse and worse as this match goes on and on. We're in the early going still, and these two are going to war. Shot for shot, blow for blow, and Latino, he's calling for a timeout, catching Ospreay off guard. Ospreay, the champ, wise enough to not fall for Latino Heat's tricks, unleashing a combo of offense, and drops Guerrero. Guerrero in trouble as Ospreay runs the rope and delivers a hidden blade, I believe. Not as flashy as what one expects from Ospreay, but he uncorks the shot, uncorks a 450 off the springboard. Guerrero, though, rolls to the outside, looking for his own offense, gets powerbombed by Ospreay, who begins to unload. He gets his springboard 450. And now just delivers the spinning corkscrew splash. Guerrero in trouble, evades Ospreay's offense and delivers the splash of his own to the outside. Obviously, we have to be wary of the frog splash from Guerrero. That was just a normal splash from Latino Heat here. As this is main event, the early goings, been a fair trade across each other as Guerrero's been busted open, and you can see the damage these two men have done to each other across the backs. Guerrero feeling the brunt of several German suplexes as Ospreay could potentially be counted out. We're up to a 9 count. Somehow manages to get back in, and Guerrero caught taunting. Ospreay looking to capitalize on the cockiness of Guerrero, but only gets a 2 count. The champ in full control in this position, setting Guerrero up for a Styles Clash. Rolls through into the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the Assassin Will.
Ospreay, in his return match to IPW, picks up a decisive win against Eddie Guerrero and ends off Primetime with a big victory. Thanks for joining me tonight as we build up towards Crush, Crush, Crush. We'll see you on Thursday for Breakdown.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that stack, taking big